the letter D. So you would start by lining up with the next letter. I'm actually starting at the margin for this. Again, you really want these guidelines to be super, 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 super light. I am not making them light so you can see what I'm doing. Now the letter D has horizontal symmetry, so you will need a piece of tracing paper for this. I'm trying to get the angle here a little better. All right, so D is going to look something like that. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of view here. I've zoomed in too much. Something like that. So we're going to use this piece in the first space. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up at the top, across the top guideline. And I'm going to go across space 2 and say half of space 3. I'm only going to draw the top half of the letter. And then I'm going to figure that, okay, so I remember I want to keep this vertical. I'm losing my mind. I want to keep this 3/4 inch. So I'm going to round this. I don't know if it's round enough. Thankfully, I have an eraser top here. It looked a little too flat. And then I'm going to round this. My dog is gonna start barking to go out. I'm at home. Okay, so I'm gonna round that. The problem is I think this is gonna look a little too straight. You know, I do want it to look a little roundish. So I'm gonna kind of start the curve a little lower, if that makes sense. It looks too straight. Notice how I'm using those little sketchy lines to try to get the shape that I want. You're always kind of more successful using these short little lines than one long line. And now I'm going to grab a piece of tracing paper. Oops, I have a really big sheet here, so I'm just going to sort of tear, save some time. Tear a piece. I'm going to get some masking tape. Again, this is about the size of your finger. I'm going to unsticky it, which we know isn't really a word. I'm going to put it on my shirt, sort of peel it off. Yeah, pick up some lint so it's not so strong. Then I'm going to tape it down so it lines up with my guidelines. And gently, oh, you see all that lint on it. Gently tape it down to hold it into place. And now, using my little ruler, I'm going to trace about half. You want to be very exact. I'm going to trace this. Okay, let's peel up the tape. I'm going to keep it on the table because I need to use it again. I'm going to flip this over. Really try to align it before I tape it down. And stick it back down. I do have a pen here, but I'm going to use my ruler so it transfers nice and straight. Here we go. Now the curve I want to get correct. If you have another D in your word, you should save this. Let's peel this up. I'm going to save the tape in case I want to make another letter during this period. And here we go. We have a D. You may have to, trace over it a little bit if it didn't transfer that well. You want to erase, clean the letter out, right? Get rid of all those inner. Again, mine aren't erasing because I didn't use a light drawing pencil. And if you want, some people like to do all the erasing later. We definitely don't need this line that goes through the center. And there you have it.